Happy Mother's Day. How's it going? So, just a message for forgiveness and ho'oponopono, and days like this, like Mother's Day, where we celebrate the mothers. And it's usually kind of cloaked in rainbows and unicorns, and it would be interesting if these kind of days started becoming celebrations of forgiveness, because I don't really know anyone who doesn't have issues in those directions with their every significant person really in their life. And there's a lot of people that are separated or have gone sort of low to no contact with their parents too, and then these holidays represent deep pain and trouble for them. And even if you have a relatively good relationship with your mother, just to like have ho'oponopono be a part of it, and to forgive each other and come through trauma and make it a celebration of forgiveness and rejuvenation. I was just doing a morning run and had ho'oponopono in my headphones, and just if you think about everyone as you pushed out, or everyone is a reflection of you, and the way you see other people and the way you see the world is a reflection of you. So when you get clear with the people in your world and you get clear with yourself, you just open up avenues and pathways to your wishes and your dreams fulfilled. And it's all just an inside job, and that's the power of ho'oponopono. It's like you level all the trauma at yourself in a way. You take full ownership of it, because that's really where you have to contend with it anyway. I mean, somebody could even sort of come correct or apologize to you, but the work of forgiveness is something you have to contend with. That makes it easier, of course, but there's still going to be work of forgiveness, and that's what's amazing about ho'oponopono. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And if somebody's traumatized you, you can view it as that's something that your soul called for, to take you, to sort of purify you on some level, or to take you through chaos and crisis so that you can rebuild and go to sort of deeper levels of your wish fulfilled, your dreams, or your life. I love you for doing that. I'm sorry that you represented that in my life. Please forgive me and thank you. So you're taking full ownership of all aspects of it. And even if you're not consciously telling the other that you're doing that, the relationship will reflect that. It's very magical the way that works. There are a lot of times people talk about people they haven't spoken to for years suddenly getting in touch if they do this kind of work. So it's good to just celebrate the light stuff of family-oriented relationships, but like, that's where all the chaos is. That's where all the difficulties are. It's those family of origin relationships with all of us. And, you know, so it's like Mother's Day, just, I feel like, should be a celebration of forgiveness. Because everybody's, I really believe, doing the best they can. And even when you deal with things like NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, or like covertly abusive relationships, I've been talking to people who are suffering with that, and it's weird because the narrative on NPD relationships is, oh, that people can never heal. But I don't know that that's so true anymore, because I think a lot of people who do suffer from those conditions where they sort of covertly abuse others are coming clean with some of the mechanisms and how that operates. And it's really interesting when somebody who operates that way sort of really opens up about why. It makes you empathetic, and not like empathetic in a way where you should subject yourself to those potential dangers without, serious caution, but it just comes from toxic levels of shame. It's like, and just deep, deep insecurity, and the fact that it's an overwhelming amount of toxic shame which they can't handle, and so they project it out. Doesn't make it okay, but when you know that that's why it's happening, it does make you more sympathetic to it. And particularly if somebody's willing to acknowledge it and work on it. But the great thing about Ho'oponopono is you get yourself, your own, you take care of your side of the street, you become available if they are willing to do that kind of work, because you take care of your own resentment, you take care of your own trauma, and so you become an open vessel to where these pathways of healing can actually occur. And then, the last thing I want to say today is just the power of prayer. I mean, anything is possible when you ask God to help you forgive, to help you heal, to help you love, to help you come together. Anything is possible. There is, and the divide of, oh, these people are demons, it's like they're acting demonically, but I don't think they're demons. And I think all of us are out here just really trying to do the best we can with different levels and layers of trauma. And some people will never be able to let toxic behaviors go. They just can't do it. They can't acquiesce their original self enough. And so the false self just won't allow for it. But it'll even help if underneath you realize why that's the case, and not judge somebody as evil. Maybe people act evil, but not to judge the soul of people as evil. That's up to God, And for whatever reason, this is the humanity's dance. This is what we're doing out here, and I don't really know anyone who isn't dealing with these issues, and yet it's like, not often discussed. Or it is often discussed, but just on days like today, where it's just like, God bless all the mothers, but also forgive yourselves for the inadequacies. Being a parent, Jung says the needs of the child can't possibly be met by the parent. And those of us who are parents understand the constant need of the child, and it's overwhelming at times. So you also have to forgive yourself for your own inadequacies. Plus you're coming to it as a human being, as damaged goods. So we just do the best we can, and this is a station of chaos and change and transformation, and we go through those stations through crisis, through abuse, through love. It's all a big cosmic soup, but that's why we need God, that's why we need to pray, that's why we need to forgive, and that's why we need tools like Ho'oponopono. I just did my run where it's like, that's all I did was just had Ho'oponopono in my headphones and just sending it out to everybody, sending it out to all the mothers, to my mother, to all the mothers, and then to myself, and then to God, and then to everybody in my life, and it's like it clears the pathways of judgment. And then the vision that I have for my future comes more into focus. And I know every day it's like, it's like a kitchen. You got to take out the trash. Ho'oponopono takes out the trash. So to all the mothers, I love you, And yeah, let's just end division across all walks. Hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful Mother's Day. God bless.